Well, of course, I'm happy and very honored. The award is for a lifelong achievement in research in multiple sclerosis. And when I look back and see who had received the prize before me, it's really a big honor to be among those. When I was a young neurologist, MS was a disease where we knew very little about the causes of the disease, and treatment was non-existing. Then came the years when we realized that the immune system played a role, and I was fascinated by the way you could study the immune system, multiple sclerosis, and get an idea of how treatment could be achieved. And then, of course, from the mid-90s, we got the first disease-modifying drugs, and thereafter the evolution has been remarkable. In our MS Center, we have always been involved in what we call translational research, meaning research where you study things in a laboratory and then you take them to the bed and use them in the clinical work on patients. And very soon we realized when we got the disease-modifying drugs that some of the drugs didn't work. And we found out that this was caused by antibodies that neutralized the effect of the treatment, and we could just show that, and that has been used in guidelines all over the world since. The Danish MS register is one of the oldest in the world. It dates back to the beginning of the 1950s, and it is containing almost all patients with MS that have been diagnosed in Denmark since that day. In fact, I think we will have around 90 to 95% of all patients. Lately we have started also registering disease manifestations, treatments and side effects to treatment and so forth, and have been able to show that the sooner you start treatment, the better. For people with MS, definitely the discovery of the possibility to treat MS. Now we have very effective treatments for relapsing forms of MS, but unfortunately we still lack effective treatments for the progressive forms of MS. And this is of course my hope that this will be achieved in the future. Well, I'm very optimistic. I think within the next 10 to 20 years, we will be able to control the disease activity. And that means that the patients who have relapsing remitting forms of MS, we will be able to stop the disability progression and also the attacks. However, there will still be a problem for those who have the progressive forms of MS. And it's my hope that we, within the next 50 years, or hopefully much sooner, will also be able to either prevent that patients get progressive MS, and for those patients who have the progressive form from the start, also be able to control the disease.